taking on the fights. Iceman's in charge, the truth at the core. Holster up, free burden box, ready for more. Tune in, log on, feel the thrill, uncensored and real. It's the realest of wheels. Motor Cop Chronicles, turn it up loud. The fun never ends, we're drawing a crowd. In your face, raw, unapologetically free. The funniest long talk, just come ride with me. From the streets to the studio, laughter ignites. Unfiltered, we chat about wrongs and rights. Criminal tales with a twist of the funny. In the chaos of badges, we take the money. In midweek madness, we own the scene. With the wit of the wise, we reign supreme. Motor Cop Chronicles, turn it up loud. The fun never ends, we're drawing a crowd. In your face, raw, unapologetically free. The funniest long talk, just come ride with me. Cop Chronicles, turn it up loud. The fun never ends, we're drawing a crowd. In your face, raw, unapologetically free. The funniest long talk, just come ride with me. Come ride with gear, let's hit the ground running. With the Motor Cop Chronicles, the laughter's just starting.
Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use, for purposes such as criticism, commenting, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. This site is for educational purposes only.
All right, listen up. Before we begin this masterpiece, we're all current or former law enforcement officers. We've seen our share of humanity. But if you came here thinking we give a shit about your feelings, you are sadly mistaken. So if you're a snowflake, we'll give you just a minute to turn this mother off, all right? Now, for the non-pussified. This is the midweek news show of the Motor Cop Chronicles podcast. The only place where you'll find unfiltered, unedited, and raw discussions about law enforcement, crime, and everything in between. We love discussing the good, the bad, and the downright bizarre stories involving cops and criminals. So get ready for some raw comedy blended with our unapologetic opinions. We're diving deep into the headlines, breaking down the latest news about our brothers and sisters in blue and the criminals they deal with. You'll be laughing 1 minute and shaking your head the next. It's funny and maddening, all at the same time, just like the world of law enforcement. This is the midweek news show of the Motor Cop Chronicles podcast. And here are your hosts, the Iceman, with co-hosts Holstera and Freebird.
Welcome. Happy Wednesday. Hope everybody's doing good.
Hope you're doing better than good. Doing great.
I'm doing good.
I'm doing good. I found this hat. Found this hat in the Motor Cop studio.
You're stretching it out. Well, I think you're supposed to put it underneath the headphone.
Oh.
I think that's how you're supposed to wear a hat anyway.
No, well, I wasn't going to keep it on long.
Oh.
Imagine
It was going to mess my hair up if I put it underneath the if I put it underneath the
We would
headphones.
hate for the hair to get messed up.
Yeah. Yeah.
You doing Police Week this year? No.
No, it's already done.
That was last week. Where you been? Wasn't you the police? You don't know when the police week is?
I was never sophisticated enough to be sent to one of those prestigious events.
Yeah, I understand.
Well, hope everybody's having a great week.
You lived it. I mean, you lived police week. Or did you get the whole week off?
Looked like somebody ran over his face with a lawnmower.
I know. He's trying to brush that shit out. Huh?
So, anybody would like any Motor Cop merch? This is a new shirt. It says, "I'm actually not funny. I'm just mean," and people think I'm joking. It's got the new logo for the other podcast going to be coming out on it right there.
I can attest to that. You actually, yeah.
Me mean?
Yeah.
No. I'm the nice one, remember?
He fucking can be.
Yeah, well, he can be.
I'm the nice one, remember?
He's the nice one out of two.
According to the Russian, I'm the nice one.
According to the truckers, Daniel's the
flip-flop
nice one.
crew?
Daniel's the nice one, and I'm the asshole.
Yeah. If anybody wants any merch, you can go to either motorcopchronicles.com, click on the merch link, or you can go to the Etsy store, Motor Cop Chronicles. There, if you want a great cigar, you can go to mypatriotcigar.com, use promo code MotorCop15, get 15% off your order. If you want more Motor Cop, which I'm going to play the song, but you can download it and stuff on the Patreon. I put it out for them a little while ago. Huh?
You're going to get flagged.
For what?
Copyright infringement.
We get.
It's my. No, I wrote the fucking song.
He wrote the song.
It don't matter if your name was Johnny Cash and you were singing "Ring of Fire," you'd get popped for fucking.
It's my song.
Facebook.
That's on there. We're gonna play in a little bit. You can hear it. If you want to join the Patreon, if you can't afford it, I understand. They got $3, $5, $10.
I got kicked off.
No, you did get kicked off. You stopped paying. That's why you got kicked off.
Oh God.
It's like that
So
dude.
you can't pay.
I got kicked out of my house. You ain't paid your rent in a year.
That $3
I didn't even
month.
get. I didn't even get like you know how some of these squatters get like
Straight
6
through.
months
No,
and a half
no,
for free.
no, we don't.
I got like a 1 month and I
No.
got kicked off.
No, because you stopped paying. We do have Stacy McClendon, our hang around. We got CHP Road Dog. We got Miss Kelly Meyer. We got Jared Nitrous, Motor Cop for Life. We got Mr. William Gibo, who is in the chat. We got Dan Carlson with Burley Boards. Go check out his handmade cutting boards. They're good for all kind of shit. Beating your
I
kids.
tell you, I found mine.
Did you find it?
It's great condition. For
You
the
haven't
use
been
in
using
my-
it in the bedroom,
We don't
have
have
you?
nobody. We show one person.
No.
And we got T-Bird, we got Mr. Hoppy
T-Bird.
Hopperson, we got Blake Walker, we got A-Rom, the Hi-Hat Set Podcast, Mr. Z Palmer, Roy Spalding, JoJo, our favorite girl from down under, Miss
Yeah.
Kaylee Norris, and Natasha A.
We
from the
miss-
state of Washington.
Man, we miss JoJo. Normally pops on from Australia every now and then, but she ain't been on in a while.
No, she must be really busy.
between them kangaroo riots.
So,
Crop bears.
before I forget, we're going to jump into Roy's Corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what Mr. Roy Spalding has some knowledge he's going to give us tonight.
Yeah.
Welcome to Roy's Did You Know Corner, where Roy will let us know something that is totally useless, and we will have information living in our minds, rent-free for no good reason at all. So shut the fuck up and listen to what Roy has to tell us. Did you know that breaking eye contact makes you a better conversationalist? Studies show people who are forced to maintain eye contact take longer to recall words than those who are allowed to take a break from the mental stimulation of staring into someone else's eyes. Though maintaining eye contact is important for building emotional connections, looking away is key for having focused and productive conversations. Roy out.
So I guess don't stare at people when you're talking to them. I do that. I do it because it just makes people nervous. Makes people nervous as shit. They're like, "Why are you staring at me?"
Yep.
I'll just do it. I'll just do it to people I ain't even talking to, and I'll just stare at them, and they'll look at you instead of most people will look away. I just keep looking at them, and it like really fucks them freaks about and shit like that because they'll look at you, and like most people will look away, and I'll just sit there and just keep looking at them. They're like,
you ever have somebody fuck with you back? I've had somebody do it to where they'll just stare back and then
I think I had some kid do that shit before. Yeah. So if y'all remember right, we set Roy P up on a hot date this past week. He did call in.
I missed last week. I was in Lake Charles last week.
This was Roy P's date from last week right here.
Oh my God. There ain't no way y'all picked him out of them three.
We did.
There's no way y'all picked
That's who got voted right here. What's up, Heather?
Heather?
This was the date from last week right
That's
here.
That's Heather from the wedding.
Oh. Heather from the wedding.
Heather from the wedding. She was in
I'm sure I met Heather.
Yeah, you met Heather.
I know Heather.
Mm-hmm. She had to. She ended up changing that black and white dress for the wedding.
Heather comes out to the tailgate too.
Yeah. Yes. Heather comes to.
Hey, Heather. Yeah. Anyway, this was Roy P's date. He called in with some information. Let's see how his date went with this lady. Maybe we'll learn her name.
Well, boy, oh boy, I was surprised for sure when I went and bonded this last shawty out. That was for sure. I thought y'all were trying to prank me or something. But let me tell you what, Glass Eye Glinda was something else. First off, she was super nice. She even said I smelled good, and people say that Old Spice dated. Well, Glass Eye Glinda like it. I asked her if she was hungry, and of course she was. Jail food sucks. So we went and ate at Popeyes. We finished off an entire bucket and the sides. She looked at me while licking that chicken grease off her lips and winked at me with her good eye and said how much she loves white meat. I almost fell on the floor. I never had a woman talk dirty to me before, and her lips were all shinny from the chicken grease. Little Roy was ready. She slapped my ass when I stood up and told me to take her to the stabbing cabin. Well, I surprised I didn't get a speeding ticket in the cruiser getting back to the Love Nest. I didn't want her to change her mind. We went inside, and she started kissing and licking my ears. I had spit running down my neck. It felt a little gross, but I was not stopping this. She pulled my pants off, and she smiled when she saw that I was sporting my old-school Batman bikini underwear. I know they would be a turn-on. And pulled those down and let out a huge gasp. And so, oh my, I just stopped their pants and underwear around my ankles smiling. I knew that little Roy would impress her. Well, she did do amazing things with her skills, and let me tell you, she popped her eye out and even let me make love to her eye socket. She said, I was the only guy to ever do that because no one else could fit. I will say that was the best 2.5 minutes of my life. And she smiled and told me how that was a lot of firsts for her, and she had never had anything that size before. She stayed the night, and I dropped her off the next morning, and she even gave me her number and told me to call that this first one was free, whatever that means. I want to say I think I may be in love with Glass Eye Glinda. Time will tell. Roy P. Peace out.
That was an awful long dissertation of the damn date. I was thinking something that was going to be something shorter.
He had eye sex. But you popped her eyeball.
That is impressive. If you
so Roy P. finally got to have sex. Well, Glenda called in.
Did she?
Yes.
Lord have mercy.
Hey guys, this is Glass Eye Glinda. I just wanted to pop in and clear something up.
That's
Don't tell Roy P. He is so happy and pleased with himself. He thinks that is hung like a porn star or something to that effect. Now, the gasp I let out was not because it was so big like he thought. It is that I have never seen such a tiny penis in my life, and I've been hooking a long time. He puts the micro in micro penis for sure, but he did bond me out, and he was so small, I just let him do my eye hole. No one was ever small enough to do it before, and I would not have even felt him in my love cookie. I just wanted to clear the air, but don't tell Roy, please. He is a nice guy. He is just hung like a baby lizard. Thanks for getting me out.
That's that's funny. It is funny you mention. It's funny that she mentions that because you won't hear that from Heather because Heather's new man is his nickname is Donkey according to Heather. So
she's just like been
Yeah,
I was asking if you saw it or something.
No. She explained that her new man is pretty.
He's hung like a donkey.
Yeah,
huh?
it's hung like a donkey.
Wow. Well, I'm happy for
Yeah.
Heather.
Yeah, Heather. I'm surprised she has time to jump on.
She's probably sore.
I don't know.
She's probably just sore.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You have to ask her. Whenever you see her.
I'm sure football season. If she can
Yeah,
walk, if she can walk,
her
yeah.
and her man will be by.
She might not be able to walk. Have to get her one of them little rascal scooters or something.
Yeah.
I don't know if she's
It
still
won't be
listening.
like a glass-eyed Glenda, that's for sure.
No.
So you won't be like glass-eyed Glenda and Roy. Boy, Roy is in bad shape.
Yeah.
He's hung like a tic-tac.
He's like a lizard. Let's see what we got for his 3 prospects this week.
Yeah, well, that's what I want to see.
Let's see. We got number 1 here for 5th degree drug possession and fade up here for theft. She's got some kind of thing stuck in her lip right here. Not a fan.
That's what she stole.
Yeah.
We got number 2.
I thought she was wearing a collar.
She looks kind of mean. She's in there for battery causing bodily injury.
Is that the neck? Is that neck tattoo?
No, that's the star behind it.
Oh,
the sheriff's star. The number 3 we have resisting arrest and aggravated assault.
She looks like the sweetest.
Yeah, she looks like a kid schoolgirl. That's a pedophile. That's a pedophile.
Well, she's old enough to be in jail.
Profile.
So she's at least 18.
She's at least 18.
Yeah,
well,
so
she
she's
looks
at least
15.
18.
She looks 15.
So-
Roy might like that.
So what do y'all think, people? Y'all got to vote 1, 2, or 3 to send Roy P on a date with.
I'm going with 2. 2.
So we got 1.
Holster, are you with 2?
Yeah, I wouldn't do 1 to him. There's something wrong with that young lady.
Look at them eyebrows got me. She got them. She done penciled them in like little lines up there.
She got some of those cartoon eyebrows.
Well, the eyebrows are to draw your attention away from them eyes, because once you look into them eyes, she's crazy as fuck.
Trent says number 2. So we got 3 votes for number 2. I'm going to throw one out for number 3.
All right.
Anybody else?
Heather, since you chimed in, you got to give us a vote. 1, 2, or 3.
Yeah, we got to see.
She's going number 3.
Said 3.
She's just got that, I don't know, that sultry bedroom eyes or something.
Which one?
Number 3.
Bullshit.
That's a pedophile bedroom eyes.
Number 3 has the eyes of a, I don't know, 3-year-old Mexican child.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Now 1 has bedroom eyes, but she has them eyes
2's got
that
it.
says, "I'll ruin your fucking life."
Stacy's in.
Stacy says she goes by charges, not looks.
Got to be tough today, Roy.
Tight, very tight. Micro penis, remember?
Oh yeah,
poor Roy. Is there a penis stretcher we can get for Roy?
Yes.
I don't think that works.
You don't think it worked?
Yeah,
Penis plump
you gotta
things?
use a weight. No, use a weight.
You can't grow your shit.
Is that what you did? You like put yours on there and you like stretched it out, but now it's like pencil thin?
Anytime you want, buddy, we can get them hard and pull them out.
It's 10 inches long, but it's a 1/4 inch thick.
There's gays coming out.
Coming out. It might be a needle dick, but I'll knock the bottom out of it.
Looks like number 2 is going to be the winner.
Yeah.
For this week, number 2. So we're gonna have to y'all have to tune in next Wednesday, to find out how Roy's date went with Miss Battery causing bodily injury over here.
I hope she whips the crap out of Roy.
God, why you hating on Roy so bad?
Well, because he talked 10 minutes while ago on the last date.
Well, I mean, he finally had sex. It was with the woman's eye socket after she took her glass eye out. But I mean, he finally got a little bit. I mean, Roy's been ass raped by several women with butt plugs. One of them stuck Skittles in his butt and he put him in a sugar coma. I think they.
You know how I am with Skittles.
I know. You could have probably ate them out of there.
No, I'm telling you,
you'd ate the Skittles out of Roy's butt.
I hate to hear abusive Skittles.
Guess what? I forgot. I was going to buy it for you, so I didn't have to listen to your ass smacking fucking Skittles tonight.
I ain't smacking Skittles.
I found a Skittles drink where you can drink the fucking Skittles and not eat them.
Really? That's a C4. See, I've had that here.
No. This actually says Skittles. Skittles drink.
Oh, Skittles drink?
Yeah, it actually says Skittles on it.
And you didn't get it?
I forgot to get it.
How the fuck?
How the fuck what?
I don't.
That's all right. At least
Spit
you
it
got
out.
a cigar.
Spit it out. All right, let's start these stories off. Number one, we're going to Minneapolis.
Minneapolis, Minnesota. I can't even believe that this is even a thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's about fucking time he ended up, getting it. But it took way too damn long.
Get what?
The death penalty.
No, this ain't. What are you talking about?
This ain't the death penalty. This is the Minneapolis is appointing
They done hired 2 civilians.
They got civilians that had the highest overseeing of the police department.
Yeah, I got a video.
So you got civilians now that are overseeing police department. That's like a math teacher going to a science conference and being the judging of a science conference.
That's like Roy P. going to a dick measuring contest.
Yeah, exactly.
It just
not gonna.
You got this stuff. Oh shit.
Let's watch this video and we'll talk about it. So you know it's going to be.
I just don't understand how this is even possible.
2 civilians have been hired for leadership positions.
And now they'll serve as chief of the Internal Affairs Bureau and a chief of the Constitutional Policing Bureau. Police are calling it a historic move. Joe Mason has a look at what's next for the department.
The neck was 670.
Who is calling for that historic move? She just said the police department.
The chief hired these motherfuckers.
Well, these
what
people,
qualifications did you have to have?
Be woke.
With the department
You had to be,
To be woke as fuck.
You had to think men can get pregnant and have a period.
Oh, I'm sure. Well, this is Minneapolis. What do you think? Come on.
Exactly.
Right outside Minneapolis Police Chief Brian O'Hara's office window at City Hall, we asked the question, do you trust the Minneapolis police?
No, I do not.
I support the Minneapolis police.
Watch the trend here. Just watch the trend.
It's probably where they're at interviewing.
Well, they're in Minneapolis.
It's Minnesota, right?
Yeah, Minneapolis. That's where
Watch,
Minneapolis is at.
Watch the trend, though. The first guy said he don't like the police. This guy says he trusts the police.
100%.
No.
She don't trust the police.
Yeah, I do trust the Minneapolis
And she trusts
police. But I think, like anyone, they're imperfect.
Try and recruit. Inside his office, the chief made a move to build that trust.
Oh, my God. This is the 2?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Told you. Woke.
I bet she probably can't even spell police.
She right
she's
here
overseeing.
Well, she used to be she's a lawyer.
Like the Civil Service Board.
She's a lawyer, but she is over the internal affairs. She's a civilian over police internal affairs, and she's over. I don't even quite sure what the fuck she's over here, but.
I really.
And more inclusive as we try and meet the
See, whenever they use that word inclusive,
I thought Trump got rid of this bullshit.
Whenever you use that word inclusive, yeah.
But
exactly, Trent. That was my point.
Civilians to high-ranking positions
that was my
department.
point. What qualifications you had to have for this shit?
Ayodele Famadou is the new chief of the internal.
Can't even say her fucking name.
She's gonna be like
Fondue or something. It sounds like a fucking
Omar
dessert cake you get at the bakery.
No, it's gonna be like that congresswoman with Raghead. She's probably got ties to Raghead.
I don't know.
Omar. Yeah.
Affairs Bureau.
Most recently,
am I not supposed to say that?
Probably not.
State of Minnesota.
Are we going to get banned for that?
I really try to focus in this
not
work
off a rumble
on centering the voices of both police and community.
Ganesha Martin is the new chief of the Constitutional Policing Bureau.
Constitutional Policing Bureau. What the fuck is even that? What is that?
She got 2 amendments. She got two constitutional amendments. She's going to go around and hammer everybody's ass.
I don't know what the fuck that even is.
But
they don't hire two civilians.
That trucker we come across Saturday night.
Yes,
Friday night. It was Friday night.
Two civilians and over the police that don't know shit about being police. That's like putting me.
Like putting a math teacher.
That's like that's like putting me in charge of
dietary.
Looking over a heart surgeon's work and telling him if he did it right or not. I don't know fuck about doctoring, okay? But that's like putting me over. Yep, let me look at it. Nope. I think you should have sewed it up right there a little bit. It's fucking stupid.
He has served as chief of staff to the Baltimore Police Commissioner.
It's like putting Freebird looking over a gynecologist's work. He's still looking for the clitoris, and he still ain't finding it, and he's 50 fucking years old. So.
And see that these are truly exceptional individuals.
See, I found it. I Googled that. You Google that shit, it'll tell you where it's at.
An important and historic step as we move forward.
Chief, can you tell us how and
if Holster can find it, I found it.
No, that was a anal hair he found. He was confused.
Shit,
that was
man.
That was a hemorrhoid.
You know, there's a lot. We've been doing this for 3 years. 3 years. That story with that damn breast hair you had way back 3 years ago.
Barbed wire hair.
Yeah, barbed wire hair was the title of that one.
Yep. Barbed wire hair.
selected these positions?
Well, look at this motherfucker.
The chief didn't
the guy asking
elaborate
questions
on the
looks
selection
goofier than those two.
process. Back outside the chief's office, we asked if the new hires will make a difference in building trusts. You think it'll help?
The only thing that's gonna help is this woman needs to get a new weave because her shit is fucked up. Okay,
you do not.
This lady's weave is fucked up.
This is not going to bring if half of these people they're interviewing has no clue that these people are hired, so it's not going to bring any more awareness to the community. They don't care they don't know.
Yeah.
Everybody thought it was going to be on Thursday, Billy.
I think it's a good idea.
I think it'll be temporary. I don't think anything long term.
It all depends on how much they communicate with us.
That was Joe Mason reporting, and the chief says the city is committed to evolving as a forward-thinking, community-focused department, and the new
Bullshit. If I was a cop there, I'd fucking quit and go work
to win and saying
park
let's
ranger.
hope for the best for DEI.
I'm gonna go be a
If
park
you're still
ranger.
a cop there in 2025
You're
after all
stupid.
the issues they've had since 2020, you're staying. You know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
what that
all
tells you
fucked.
though, that's where Omar is from, Minnesota.
In
That's who elected her ass.
Y'all know it's in 4 days.
They hate America, so why even worry about what the hell the police department's going to do?
Do you know what in 4 days is? Four.
Best day of the
1,
rest of
2,
your
3,
life.
4.
It's going to be Saturday, Sunday,
4 days.
Memorial Day,
4 days. 4 days from now
Thursday, Friday,
It's
Saturday,
the-
Sunday. It's going to be Sunday.
is the
Church day.
anniversary day
Church day.
of the 5th year anniversary date of George Floyd being completely drug-free and sober. Okay, Saint Floyd has
It's
not
been
used
5 years already.
Yes, and Saint Floyd has not been used any fentanyl in 5 years. It's amazing. I hope they give him his chip.
Well,
He got-
Chauvin gets the
They're not going to put. You don't matter. See, I don't even talk about that. 'Cause let me
on
explain
the
something.
anniversary.
Even if Donald Trump pardoned him, he still got state charges that Donald Trump cannot pardon him on. So they'll just take him out of the federal prison and stick his ass in a state prison. He's still going to do 22 years.
If I'm not mistaken,
They can only
the
pardon
president
them
can pardon any law.
I don't
right?
think so. I think it's only federal.
Because
I don't know
because
about that.
he
It's
can
only
step
federal.
in and
I think it's federal.
that'd be a great question. You
It's only
what, I'll
federal.
look it up.
Why don't you
I
look
think
it
go
up?
ahead in the next
But
break,
anyway,
I'll
I
look
think
it
it's that. But of course, they're having all this celebration and shit like that. And we're gonna celebrate. We're celebrating. I'm gonna have a drink to his sobriety. Yeah, he can breathe
Google the
now.
clit.
Really,
Might as
he
well Google
can't
it.
breathe now because he's got dirt. But I got a little video on that. Let's watch Floyd's video.
Transparency in the Minneapolis Police Department.
I know y'all want to see it.
Years since George Floyd was killed in South Minneapolis.
Now the city is working to make sure the stories of those impacted live on through a new project.
This is bullshit.
WCCO's Adam Duxter shares the plan and how you can get involved.
If a picture truly speaks 1,000 words.
When I came on that first day, it was just a small little memorial.
You hear him? That man had no bass in his voice. He has no balls. I'm pretty sure he probably holds dicks in his mouth. Okay.
Photographer John Knowltner says in the days following George Floyd's death,
We really just brought a portable studio, a light and a camera, and we were just asking people, what do you want to say?
there wasn't enough film to go around.
And I found sort of an authentic community grieving, and it felt to me like there were people looking for connection.
Knowltner has since shared these photos in a blog and a book. But now in a bus just blocks away.
A lot of people
felt like their voices were not heard.
The city wants to take these stories a step further, partnering with StoryCorps to tape interviews about the impact that time left behind.
That's some
the
harsh
tapes
shit.
will go to city leaders, but also to the Library of Congress to be saved forever.
It allows them to speak their truth and share their stories and have their voices heard, not just by us here in the city of Minneapolis, but to
It's not to make you sick.
Can be helped through that really simple process.
Still,
This ain't the one I thought it was.
Adam Duxter.
They had another video I had seen. I must have downloaded the wrong one. It was like they got a part that like it's a no-go zone. Like cops wasn't allowed. I've been like, fuck y'all. You know what?
The first one to stomp on that ground.
You know what? I'm not gonna go in there. But when you getting robbed and fucking murdered and raped and fucking everything else, don't call the police. Let the George Floyd coalition fucking come save your goddamn ass, okay? Y'all know how I said it.
All right, so
He was not George Floyd was not murdered. He fucking died of a drug overdose. The first fucking coroner's report stated it. One of the ADAs came out and admitted the fact after all this shit was. Derek Chauvin was a fucking scapegoat. What he did might have contributed, possibly.
No, there ain't no way.
But he did not kill him. If he would have left George Floyd sitting in that car, he'd have fucking died right there of an overdose. Because he had so much fentanyl in his fucking system.
But look
so
what
they can say all they fucking want.
Look what they did in the transport case. They would just charge him for having the motherfucker in the car. They'd have said
that dude was in a no-win situation. If you're a policeman, go find a job in a red state somewhere. Get out of these blue cities. Get out of these blue cities, blue states, all of it. Go work in a red area because all you're doing is playing Russian roulette with your fucking freedom. Because as soon as you can do your job 100% right in these situations, and some woke motherfucker don't like it, and you're going to end up in fucking prison.
These policies that these liberal states have, it's impossible to even come out ahead. They make it to where you can't win.
And then they yell.
They've
at
got
you,
everything stacked against the police officer.
It's like those guys that the cops that just stood there while the guy accidentally shot himself that time. They got in trouble for just standing there.
Yeah,
well, if they'd ran over there and arrested him, then they would have got, in trouble.
Nah, they'd have grabbed him too hard, just like we get bullshit.
They'd have bruised his arms.
You done knocked on my cab too hard.
Yeah, I've got too much sand in it.
Violating your civil rights, making racial
me and I didn't
racial insensitive comments.
I was black or white or Mexican.
You mean like Chick-fil-A?
Well, when somebody asks you a question, hypothetically, if somebody says, while you're out there sweating, removing devices off of some tires, and you're sweating because it's during the day because they've been out there, and they say, "Hey, how you like working for the black man?" Holding his phone up, and you turn around and look at him and said, "Oh, I love working for the black man. I like making them black dollars." And then you a racist for saying black dollars.
By the way, I need your body cam. I need your body cam to pull footage, y'all.
Right there.
Yeah, you want to go on to the Chick-fil-A story then?
Since
we're talking about racism.
We're actually on the cop killer one.
Of course, the first one. See, that was the first story.
No, well, he numbered them. He numbered them.
Don't matter. This cop killer. They had a cop killer that some good stuff happened to him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it took too long to do it, but it finally happened.
That was story number 3.
They killed him. They executed his fucking ass.
Yes, indeed. I think he had them tattoos. He got them tattoos in prison.
Now the city is working to make sure the stories of those impacted live on through a new project. WCCO's Adam.
Where's my video for that one? There it is.
Michigan City, where just after midnight, the state of Indiana executed Benjamin Ritchie, the man convicted of killing Beech Grove officer
how they did it?
Tony.
Did it say?
He's a cop killer for one.
No, how did they execute? Nitrogen asphyxiation?
I think it's nitrogen or something like that. Yeah.
I think that's the standard now because it asphyxiates you.
I think they should go back to hanging.
Yeah.
Televised executions.
Night filled with
oxygenated vacuum room.
And renewed debate over the death penalty. Our Russ McQuaid was there through the final moments.
Look at Bill Smart ass.
It's midnight Tuesday morning in Michigan City, and right now a team of volunteers from the Indiana Department of Correction is telling Benjamin Ritchie his time has come. A bell tolled in the prison parking lot.
See these stupid motherfuckers that do shit like this.
Yeah, who? Some local cops.
I hit the wrong button.
They ain't never had nothing violent against them, murdered in their family.
No.
I mean, what are you doing?
The death penalty targets poor people. Bullshit. That's fucking bullshit. It you know what? It's motherfuckers. Don't go out and commit a fucking heinous crime so bad that you could get the death penalty, okay? Or how about this? Don't go out and commit any fucking crime. You don't have to going to prison.
The electric chair's all gone now, Trent. It was all,
I wish they would still use it.
They either got
concoction
of drugs or this nitrogen asphyxiation.
Couldn't we like just send people down in mines?
But I want to see. I want to see the cheering crowd. We need a stadium seat, so like some bleachers set up for the cheering crowd.
You know what I think would be
to have it televised for local people.
You know what I think would be awesome is if they would take them down. They put them in like this one of them little dive capsule things. Let's put them down really deep in the ocean and then depressurize it.
Or just pull the helmet off.
And then it would just explode.
What was that craft that they just crushed and it exploded?
There you go.
Yeah,
people do expeditions.
Yeah, that's right. We could see.
You want to be the first one to go to Mars?
You want to see freedom? You'll have to go to about 500,000 feet depth below the ocean.
Just shoot them in space or something. Yeah. Freaking awesome.
I mean, but see, that's the general time frame. Is this? This is 24 years.
Elon, that's what you need to do. Elon Musk, I know you're not listening, but if you are, look, get it where you can take the death row inmates and use them as test dummies on like Mars missions.
If Elon, if you're listening,
fucking awesome.
If you're listening, it was Daniel that booted SpaceX. Daniel booted SpaceX, not me. You can.
Tony's family and a former partner who was there that night arrived 100 minutes before the midnight hour. It was at 9:20 local time.
A real place you should take family,
attorneys got word and presumably told him that there would be no reprieve from the U.S. Supreme Court. Another group of family members, Attorney General staff, and some local cops also entered the prison ahead of the execution. And then 20 vehicles, including some 20
Look, see, this, you got a small...
Yeah, these idiots out here.
Yeah, you got a small, concoction of idiots. And they're the ones out there with the BLM.
Well, these are the motherfuckers that'll be like, well, it's okay that he murdered my wife. I forgive him. No.
But you look at the dynamics. Look at the makeup.
Yeah, it's old white people.
That's what I don't understand. No, damn good and well.
Those are boomers. They're not Gen Xers. Those are boomers.
Supporters.
I think this next generation is going to speed track fucking
with the family inside witnessing the
I don't know.
I mean, but you look at this makeup, and it's like I'm astounded by these morons.
William Tony's family and a brother officer emerged from the prison and boarded a van to depart, followed by a caravan of
watch that motherfucker die.
Though Richie's attorney, Steve Shuddy, came out to brief those opposed to the death penalty.
He's been on, let me ask you this. He's been on death row 24 years. How in the hell do you still have an attorney?
Because he does doing it for publicity. Got to be doing it. Because it gets his face.
Had enough money. He had enough money in his commissary to pay for an attorney 24 years in prison.
No, this motherfucker's doing it for free because of just this right here. Where's he at? He's getting free TV time and not having to pay for it. His face is plastered on TV, and they're taking his name on TV. It's free advertisement for him. That's all it is.
Well, ain't much he can say. It's over and done with now.
Well, yeah, but his name's been out there. It's like, oh, I'm a bad guy, and he was fighting for that guy. It's just free publicity.
Fist was clenching, and his feet were moving.
Dad, but I hope it hurts.
So what you trying to say? You're trying to give us an count by count of every muscle in his body?
No, they just trying to say, oh, he must have been in pain. Poor murderer. Boo fucking who. I hope he shit and pissed on himself. That's what I hope.
No, it ain't going to happen with not in the nitrogen asphyxiation.
Then he sat up and violently twitched for about 3 seconds.
There's no way.
And then about 3 minutes later, 2 or 3 minutes later, they closed the blinds.
A statement from the Indiana
There's no way.
Because
the people that die in the plants from nitrogen asphyxiation, that's it. your oxygen get
Well,
just depleted and you pass out.
They want you to make it.
From the the nitrogen asphyxiation, it depletes your oxygen. You pass out. That's it.
What up, James? They do that because they want you to feel sorry for the bleeding heart people. That's
There's
all
no
it is.
way. What he described, that did not happen if they used this.
Well,
nitrogen
I hope it
asphyxiation.
did happen. I hope it hurt like a motherfucker.
Dead at 12:46
Yeah, I'm the kind of guy
a.m.
that wouldn't put
local
water on the
time.
sponge.
His last words were, quote, "I love my family, my friends, and all the support I've gotten. I hope they all find peace."
What about for the man you killed and his family and friends and kids he had or didn't have?
Tony with his own life. Still, there are many people who would say it was not a fair.
You know what I always say.
In Michigan City, Russ McQuaid, Fox 59.
I hope he's in hell right now getting ass fucked by Satan with a big old fucking spiked butt plug or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
For Officer Bill Toney's
Fuck it. He's right where he belongs. Dead. He should have been dead a lot longer. These
But
motherfuckers lived in prison for 20 years.
20-something years. There was a boss I used to work for. His daughter, my boss, way back over in Lake Charles. His daughter got murdered. The guy that murdered his daughter was on death row 20 years.
Look at Derek Todd Lee. They didn't even get the serial killer. He fucking died in prison before they even got to kill him. There's no satisfaction in that.
That's unfair.
We've had two like that recently. This next one, this piece of shit dude here. It's bad enough, but kids deserve to be spanked stuff. But you gonna sit there? This dude was pistol whipping his own kid, and then shoots him up, shoots his kid, then tries to shoot the other two. He tried to kill all three of his children.
To be fair, the other two were going to kill his ass.
Guess he is tired of fucking child support or something. I don't know.
where just after midnight, the
But this is ridiculous.
Benjamin
was accused of shooting his 3 sons.
And this ain't a bad looking neighborhood. Look at it.
We'll all go, Kelly.
It's a nice looking neighborhood. So this don't even like the hood.
Amazingly, they all survived. It happened along sunlit Coral Street.
He's that bad of a shot.
Obviously, he must have been holding a gun.
He couldn't. He
sideways.
He tried to kill 5 people. He couldn't kill none of them.
No. So okay, when he, some odd reason, he was frustrated. He arrived on scene, got out of his vehicle, and walked towards the one son and began to pistol whip him. When he did, because most idiots leave their finger on the trigger, I'm assuming it shot, and when it did, I guess it went through his ear and like his cheek or something. He ain't dead. And then he hit the ground, and the other two tried to fucking like beat his ass and kill him. So he ran to his truck shooting at the other two. They called the police. Dad's locked up.
Oh, he's going to jail for a long time.
Outside the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office for us tonight. Evan,
Definitely
what happened here?
Scenario.
She needs to eat something. She's too skinny. Look at these little chicken arms right there.
I never seen her before, but the chick next to her is an awesome lady in real life.
Get the girl some hamburgers.
Just a crazy story. Investigators tell us that Christopher Brown and his sons got into an argument.
Chris Brown.
Look at her lips; they're cracked. Look at them right there.
Yeah, she needs some
she needs some chapstick.
She needs some chapstick.
Chapstick.
Cherry chapstick.
That ain't no DSL.
No, that's a CSL. That'll cut you.
Argument over a car that ended up in shots fired.
I don't know. She talks. Her mouth goes sideways like she had a stroke or something.
It's okay. She could put a stroke or two into
his
it.
own 3 children. Luckily, they're all okay. We spoke with some neighbors out there today.
At least you don't have gold teeth.
3 kids shot by their own father. Now that man faces potential life in prison.
That's a nice house.
This case, we know this defendant did everything he could do to try and kill his children.
A fight between the family broke out Sunday morning around 11 a.m. outside
There's a
the home in
barbecue?
Ruskin.
Is that church?
The sheriff's office saying the fight was about a car.
This is the man that tried to kill his own children.
It was after they got out of church.
He got pointy ears like an elf.
Yes. They got in the fight because they trying to sell it to the church, the car to the pastor.
Looks like you got elf ears.
It's Gelfling. That's a Gelfling.
Christopher Brown hit
the dark
one of his 3
crystal.
kids in the head with a gun, causing the
dark
gun to
crystal.
fire and graze the child's ear.
Just because he had his finger on the trigger. This dude right here, I don't know about you, it almost looks like he Ronco sprayed on his gray hair. It don't even look real, does it? It looks like something's wrong. Like what did you do to your hair, brother? Well, that's a bad filter. I think he's using a filter. He's got to be using a filter because look how his face is not that smooth. It's bad. Stop using a filter like that.
They all use those injections and shit, man.
No, his face ain't that fucking smooth. That's a filter.
Pistol whips him. After pistol whipping, he takes out his gun and shoots him, missing his body but hitting him in the earlobe, striking his ear.
With one boy shot, the other two brothers ran at their dad as he tried to get into his car. But investigators say Brown then fired several rounds at his other two sons.
Yeah, I never had no.
Taken to Tampa General
And he's a
Hospital.
convicted felon, so
Thankfully,
he ain't
all
supposed to
three
have a
boys
gun
survived.
anyway.
One neighbor saw it all unfold on his Ring camera.
You don't say.
Our camera was blowing up. I look and I see about 5 police officers, a paramedic, people running around.
He didn't notice the shooting. He noticed all the cop
cars.
cars.
Safe, you know what's going on. So, real crazy situation.
And several neighbors say it wasn't the first time Brown and his boys had issues.
I'm thinking this is Mama's house, and he was coming over there to pick the kids up or see the kids or beg the mama for some money or something, and this shit happened. Because I don't think he didn't live here. I think he's just the baby daddy.
Right. No, I have small children, like not even feeling safe to do what normal kids do. And just
Now you stereotyping.
Worry about fights breaking out, gunshots breaking out.
Court documents show one child had a digital recording what may have been a voicemail afterwards from the dad that said, quote, I tried to take your life. You won't make it to Wednesday. Now the state attorney filed a pretrial motion to keep Brown behind bars until his trial.
He's a threat to the community based upon his long criminal history, based upon his record, based upon the facts of his case. They're going to show this court why he shouldn't be released.
The Hillsborough County Sheriff saying this was a senseless and alarming act of violence that could have had an even more devastating outcome.
Ultimately, this defendant is looking at a minimum mandatory of 25 years in prison for shooting his child, up to life in prison.
Now, again, Brown is charged with first-degree, premeditated, attempted murder, aggravated assault, and other charges like you heard there. He
You ought to get life.
25 years to
But
life
think about
in
it.
prison.
If he did that while smoking a joint and have life.
He ought to get life. You gonna do that to your own children?
Yeah, you don't. You shouldn't. You shouldn't even live.
Yeah,
how's he not gonna
Billy?
get,
That's me. My sinuses.
How's he not
going
to get shanked or not hang yourself in prison?
They're not well liked in prison.
I give him a bunch of ropes.
Well, we're going to continue in Florida, and this is about they done busted a fucking whole gang member, a senior leader in the gangs.
No,
Crips,
yes,
Crips, Bloods, or what?
It's
what gang is
the
it now?
6 Money butt plug gang or something like that. So I got video.
I ain't
on
never
that
heard
too.
of them.
Yeah, well, it's in Florida.
Florida has heard of them. Holstera might associate with the butt plugs.
Suspected leader of an.
No.
That look like
that's the leader of the gang. It's like, what do you think the gang's name would be? The Oak Ridge Boys or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Look at them.
What? Yeah, is it like a biker gang? Or
No, it's affiliated with the Crips or something like that. I didn't know they let blue-eyed, fat white boys in it.
Yeah,
Hey,
well, that's usually your sovereign citizen or your.
This is like a Aryan Nation motherfucker or something.
That's what I'm. That's what I was trying to.
Drug mules, what that shit is.
And no, he's a senior leader in the gang.
Senior leader.
Yes, listen to this shit.
That dude doesn't even look old.
Look at him. He's only like 23, 24 years old. I mean,
how's he a senior leader?
Because life expectancy ain't that long in the gang. I mean, if you hit 30, you like considered, retirement age. Yeah,
Grandpa.
You an OG at that point. This motherfucker can't even grow hair on his upper lip yet, just on his chin.
Just on his cheeks. He can't even get it across his lip.
Gang in Florida has been captured in Hastings thanks to a joint effort by the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office and Broward County Sheriff's Office.
What'd they charge him with?
Andrew Mariano was arrested when the two agencies raided his home. And investigators say Mariano was one of 10 suspected senior leaders of the Sex Money Murder Blood Gang.
Sex, murder, money, blood gang.
Yes. Yep.
Sex,
right down
money,
here,
murder, blood gang.
I mean, they couldn't have had a shorter fucking name. God,
that's
too
a lot
much.
to even call a gang out. What kind of patch? What kind of patch do you have to wear for them?
They call themselves the
SBDM
or something.
SBDSM.
I don't know, something like that.
Blood, sex, murder, dick. I don't know.
The butt plug gang. Yeah.
It's a local thing.
known as SMM.
SMM is a set of the Bloods street gang that operates along the East Coast.
It's a set of the Bloods. They got Billy Bob as their leader down here in Florida. Why is the
Bloods with the white dudes?
Stacy said, they don't care what color somebody as long as they bring in money in. What's up, Roy? Yes.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's all about the
News for Jax reporter Eric Avenue joining us now with more on this major
Roy.
gang investigation. Eric?
You know, Joy, it's amazing to see how far this investigation stretched and how many jurisdictions actually got involved with this. Now, this is a multi-year investigation led by the Broward County Sheriff's Office. The investigation started in South Florida with the arrest of 2 commanders of the sex money murder blood gang. Their arrest led to the investigation expanding into
It's the sex money blood, and it got me flustered. Let me try it again.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, they used to only be in like the Tampa Bay area, so they made it far enough to go to South.
They could have got a smaller name.
Central and Northeast Florida. The 10 names on this list have been identified by law enforcement as leaders of the sex money murder blood gang, or SMM. All 10 suspects are now facing charges related to racketeering, which includes underlying offenses of conspiracy to commit murder, directing gang activity, and money laundering. 23-year-old Andrew Mariano of St. Johns County was the 10th suspected SMM leader taken into custody during a raid on his home in Hastings. The home is located somewhere behind the security gate.
Just looks like some fucking motherfucker you'd see walking around with overalls on with no shirt underneath
camo
it.
Hoodie.
You know?
You know, in a fucking dip can.
Yep. Come on.
Jumping in his old 1950s fucking
You'd never think he was into sex, money, drugs, and blood.
Maybe in the Klan.
Raid, large quantities of vacuum-sealed drugs were also discovered.
Oh, that's
the
just
discovery
weed.
of drugs
That ain't
during
drug.
Mariano's arrest was expected because, according to the Broward Sheriff's Office, the lead agency investigating sex money murder blood gang, the arrest of other suspected leaders led to the discovery of illegal gun and drug trafficking, fraud, conspiracy to commit murder, and even a kill list of the gang's intended victims.
To see a real-life kill list.
Retired JSO Director of Investigations turned News4Jax crime and safety analyst Tom Hackney was intrigued by the discovery of an actual kill list and what investigators did to protect the people on that list.
You know, they released information that they've actually contacted potential victims and really saved their lives. And to have a real true life kill list from a group that's very capable with a history of committing murders and committing crimes like this, that's pretty shocking.
The only crime I see getting committed right now is the sports jacket you got on there, buddy.
Why you gotta be hating?
It's horrible.
Like
it's horrible. What you think there, Freebird?
Well,
SMM is one of the original subgroups of
what kind of? He's going to tell us what kind of collar it's got on it.
United Blood Nation, also known as the East Coast Bloods. SMM began inside a Bronx, New York housing project during the summer of 1996.
Crips.
The gang eventually expanded along the East Coast down to Florida. This is unlike the gangs that were...
This right here.
Oh, I got to see the front. You can't tell. Look,
This is outside of what
show the front of the
typically
reporter.
is thought of here in Jacksonville.
That's a notch. That's a notch lapel.
Notch lapel.
Yes.
Y'all got that? Talk about some useless fucking information.
You asked. I do know something.
Why do you know that?
That's a notch lapel.
Why do you know that?
It's fashion.
Yeah.
You need to know that, and you need to
gotta
know what goes with it.
You know, I guarantee you know what a damn...
I wouldn't have wore that white top. I would have went with maybe a dark blue or something, or maybe
I wouldn't have wore that tablecloth pattern.
I hate that damn notch lapel. I hate that. No.
This has a connection with the blood gang, and you know that's a nationally recognized.
You know
gang
what a peak? You know what a peak?
Very long history of violence.
Is that when you got a pimple and it?
Now the threat.
You know what a peak lapel is now from the shore.
Just useless.
That was a peak, by the way, in case you forgot.
I forgot. But anyway, Billy Bob is arrested from the blood money tampon gang there or something. We replaced blood with tampons because it just soaked it up. You okay there, Holster?
Yeah. You froze?
All right.
It looked like he froze.
Which one of y'all wants to read number 6? I don't have a video on number 6.
You got
Chick-fil-A.
You got. You got it? You got this one?
Yeah, I got it. So this one, in my personal opinion, is full of shit. Hang on a minute, because I got to click this extra button on this story to get into it. Former Chick-fil-A employee said he faced monstrous racial abuse from coworkers and complained, and then he was fired. Yeah, because that's how that shit works with a major corporation, right?
Yeah,
and of course it was a franchise.
That's the bullshit.
A black employee at Chick-fil-A franchise, Idaho, states he endured more than a half a year of racist abuse from coworkers. I don't believe that, because if anybody, he states that they called him the N-word, an ape, and a monkey, and threatened to cage him like an animal. I don't believe that.
That's some lie.
And he stuck around for 6 months.
I guarantee you that son of a bitch Googled every racist term you could come up with in a scenario, and he
stuck around for 6 months.
Yeah, right. 6 months.
Because that's what I'm saying. I don't know anyone of color that you call the N-word. Well, I don't even know a white person you call the N-word to their face, and you don't get your shit knocked in. So or at least, be like, hey, look, I'm going straight to the manager right now. Right, we're getting a problem solved. So 6 months of that, I don't believe it.
That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit.
I bet you they were all wearing Trump hats too when they did it, huh?
And one of Thomas Wade's colleagues allegedly said, as he stood by in shock, he's black, so of course he loves chicken. Who the hell doesn't love Chick-fil-A chicken? It's the Lord's chicken.
Jesus chicken. It's delicious.
Chicken that's close to it.
This solve everything here. Me and Iceman, we've learned to do this booting process, booting business. You don't hire nobody of any other nationality, color whatsoever, other than Chinese or Arab. That's the only one.
Yep.
You ain't got none of these fucking problems.
Nope.
None of these problems.
Chinese people just say, thank you, and pay you.
Thanks. Pay you. How do I get out? They go on about the business. We ain't getting. We ain't getting no. You racist because I'm Chinese bullshit. You racist because I got my eyes are different. You ain't getting none of this bullshit.
Right. Now the Chick-fil-A corporate office says that they have no idea of these allegations and they are not responsible for the
individual managed. Yeah,
absolutely.
Exactly.
I'm calling bullshit.
That is it. So
exactly.
Once again, going back to that, I guess the complaints are against the owner's son that works at the restaurant. That's about the only thing that would lead me to think that he could have done it. Was because
But yeah, you gonna stick around for 6 months though and listen? Nah.
Because if the boss's son called me the N-word, we'd be like, "Hey, don't do it again."
And where's the audio recordings of it? So if they were doing it for 6 months, I would have got them on audio or something doing it.
Right.
I'll call it bullshit. He got fired for some reason. Now he's pissed off and he wants free money for it.
That's what I'm saying. He done went, got fired, got his ass in a sling, then got home and getting Googled. He Googled, I was racist. My boss was racist, and then that's the shit he printed out, and he just reads it verbatim what happened to him after reading the shit off of Google.
Speaking of it, since we're on this thing saying I'm saying bullshit, let's listen to a little bit of this song I wrote.
Is it from Saturday morning?
No, I wrote it before then.
Oh.
The people are tired. Tired of being called racist. Tired of having black this black that pushed down our throats. Tired of being told we should be ashamed to be white. Well, we are tired of it. They're calling it black fatigue. Call it what you want. We are just tired of being told we are evil. We are racist. All the while we watch the crime rate and see who is committing those crimes. We are told we can't say certain works, all the while some say whatever they want. You cannot be proud to be white, that makes you a racist. All the while you are screaming Black Lives Matter. How about all lives matter? We are tired of the shit, tired of the victims.
All right. If you want to hear the rest of those, you got to join the Patreon.
I tried. I get kicked off.
The whole song's on Patreon. They can download it. I wrote that one last week.
Can I get to the merchandise store on the Patreon?
No, you got to go to
our website.
I got to sign up. It makes me sign up.
Good chance. But anyway, if you want to hear the whole song, Patreon, people on Patreon.
Can you order me some merchandise? I'll pay you back. I'll Venmo.
This next one here is we have an aspiring rapper hit I think a 8-year-old girl in the head with a bottle, breaking it, and then stabbing her in the neck with it. I think the little girl's gonna be okay. Aspiring rapper.
Like
now hold on. I went on YouTube, okay, to listen to this aspiring rapper. Now we're a little tiny podcast. I only got like almost 500 subscribers on YouTube.
No, we got 1 million. I thought.
No, I wish we were getting paid.
Download.
We this dude, he's such an aspiring rapper. He has 13 people following. He's got like 5 or 6 songs.
Video gaming page.
He's got
probably 7 of those are 13.
He's got like 5 or 6 songs on there, and every one of them fucking suck. Okay, so he's an aspiring rapper. But let's watch the.
That ain't no Will Smith shit. That's for sure.
No. That dude is horrible.
He probably an inspiring
being held
rapper
behind
too.
bars after witness.
This is him over here.
Him?
Yeah, he looks like
that's Carrot Top.
It
looks like an ugly chick.
Hell, that's Carrot Top.
It looks like an ugly chick.
No, Carrot Top's ripped now.
Yeah, Carrot Top's like.
This looks like Carrot Top with AIDS.
Carrot Top is prison. Carrot Top is prison ripped. That's for sure.
You got 18.
You know who else is prison ripped now? Is old Eric Gaylord.
Is he?
Yeah, he come out.
Is he in prison? Oh yeah, he was in prison.
No, he wasn't in. No,
he got disbarred.
He got disbarred.
He's just working out, taking steroids. I guess.
Yeah.
To say he attacked a little girl at a Southeast Albuquerque restaurant. Nicholas Sansushi is facing.
Nicholas Sansushi. He sounds like a bad Japanese sushi place.
So the only person that this dude can whip an ass is
the
8-year-old. What a piece of crap.
Because the kid wouldn't move. And
wouldn't move,
he apparently jabbed it with the bottle top. And I'm like,
I mean, I have some road rage. I have road rage incidents of thoughts like that. I don't act on them, you know.
Well, hopefully an 8-year-old's not driving.
No, I don't. No, not an 8-year-old.
He just don't like 18-wheelers and some reason garbage trucks.
I do like
battery.
I do like
transitioning into what? Yeah,
I do like 18-wheelers. I do like them.
And child abuse with great bodily harm charges.
Right,
on April 25th.
He could be a lot.
He's a truck driver, Hoppy.
You wouldn't know until you
8-year-old
paid
girl
him.
stepped in.
No, that's a lot.
Oh no, this is good shit. This dude looks like Misty. Remember the story I told you that he got the barnacle off the windshield and we tracked it back to the neck. We tracked it back to the pilot and we showed up. And I thought it was a chick driving this truck, and because the chick, the word on the truck, the name on the truck was Misty. Well, when I showed up to get my barnacle back off of this chick at the damn gas station at the pilot, it was Misty was a man, and it looked just like this dude. But this dude had a mustache. Misty had a mustache.
Yeah, dude looked like a lady.
Redheaded mustache Misty.
Wow. Well, you heard what it is now that redheaded people are actually black people now.
Hoppy, you know a Misty?
In front of him to look at a fountain, and Sansucci hit her in the head with a beer bottle, then stabbed her in the neck with that broken glass.
I'm going to tell you what right now.
Who the fuck is that
Let me
little
tell you what.
girl's parent?
If I would have been there,
Exactly,
if he had done that to my granddaughter or something like that, that thing,
He had a broken windpipe.
that motherfucker would not be in court right now. If he was still breathing air at that point, he'd probably still be in intensive care.
He probably had a broken windpipe and then hair ripped blotches of hair.
It can be like what happened. Almost like when he broke the beer bottle.
Him by his head.
When he broke the beer bottle, he slipped on the beer and accidentally impaled himself on the bottle.
Yeah, because you got to imagine that's like even him. So a guy like you that can lift a Harley. I mean, like you, just one swing of your arm.
Let's not talk violence. Let's not talk about violence. Let's be not violent.
There's no such thing as violence.
I'm not violent.
Is not the answer. It's the cure.
I'm mouthy. I'm just not violent.
I understand. I'm not.
We all have our First Amendment rights.
Exactly.
All right, what's
I'm not violent. Anyway, that's it. If y'all want, y'all go on YouTube and listen to all the fucking music y'all want. If y'all join up, he would have 14 people following him.
You're not violent. You violent with words.
I can be extremely violent.
You told a trucker that you wish his mama swallowed him.
I heard him say that.
I was like, oh my God, I was shocked. I was like, oh my God, Ice Man, you just said that? I said, your boss is really gonna be pissed.
What about the part when I said I would tell you that your dad cleaned my dick off after I finished with your mom if you knew who he was?
Yeah, right. That was all part of the same conversation.
Yeah.
That was all part of the same conversation with Mr. Goldteeth.
Yeah. And
he
you know,
can get pretty raunchy, Mr. Iceman can. I promise you.
Yeah, you ain't lying, because he hit in all cylinders. Saturday
How long
morning.
have we been doing this for?
It was like
God, man.
I was like a Dodge Viper. I was hitting on 10 cylinder. Freebird says, I hang out with actual truck drivers, not steering wheel holders you're dealing with. I lie on a log and drive another 2 hours to get where I'm going, or switch
You ain't got the new digital
the paper
logs?
and make it up. Yeah, she's taking out the trash.
But you got you. I know you deal with a lot of. We deal with some retards, Hoppy.
I'm gonna start. Happy Hoppers.
Yeah, we're gonna have to throw Hoppy's name out. Hoppy, where you run so we can send
Especially
him to
the
your
one
area.
with that one with the shorts that said Magnum across her ass.
Oh my God! You know
That
what you
one,
guys
that
do?
girl that walked in that damn pilot that night, this old lot lizard had Magnum shorts on. Shorts. Her ass must have been 2 feet outside her shorts.
What you need to do is get a sign that says "I love you, Hoppy," and hand it to every lot lizard and say, "Here's $5."
Look, I have Hoppy's phone number. I'm gonna put it on.
Start putting them on the sticker so you can call him.
I'm gonna hand out shirts with Hoppy's phone number on it.
He's the supervisor. He hands all the phone calls.
This next story.
Please call my boss.
It's kind of.
After witnesses say
It's kind of like.
a little girl at a
how's this even happen?
You know, I'm empty inside.
A family trying to find this.
Hey, I read this today. This is freaking unbelievable.
Yeah. I mean, this is crazy right here. Like, how did this even happen? It almost conspiracy theory stuff. You'll see, it's local.
I mean,
here.
it's local. I don't remember where it was. Oh, that's WAFB. WAFB is in Lake. No, that's here.
Channel 9.
That's here. Channel 9.
Well, listen up. You'll see why I'm like, wow.
This
It's almost like conspiracy theory type shit.
Well, less than 2 hours apart in 2 separate crashes. Those crashes happened overnight Friday. Now their families are preparing to weigh the couple to rest.
No. Well, I don't think so. Nobody.
She died in a crash.
And then he died.
And then 2 hours later, he died on the same road in a different vehicle in a crash.
Greg and Elizabeth here with you. Dion Guillory spoke with their family tonight and has their story. Hey, Dion.
Hey, Greg. The couple was building a future together, ready to get married. Separate tragedies took them, leaving behind their 4-year-old son.
I love them. I'm going to miss both of them. And I'm going to find the strength to go ahead.
Holding back tears, the families of Alexis Lee and John J.R. Collins remember the engaged couple's lives.
I could not imagine.
His parents holding hands while we talked about their whirlwind romance.
He loved Alexis as well as everybody else who knew her. It was a different feeling. And it's like I know a part of me gone.
The couple, set to get married early next year, died overnight last Friday in separate crashes. State police say Alexis lost control of her SUV and crashed on Plank Road near Lemon Road in Zachary. You can still see damage left behind to this ditch.
Damn,
We are
that's a
told
hit.
investigators called JR to tell him what happened. On his way to the crash scene, troopers say he lost control of his car on Plank Road just outside the town of Clinton. He hit this tree, was ejected, and died. They leave behind their 4-year-old little boy, Gabriel.
Now, was he informed prior?
They just said they had told him.
No, they told him. They called him. Somehow they called him. I don't know.
And he was
ain't the
freaking out
next of kin. He's not the next of kin. They were
Somebody
engaged.
called him though. But I mean, he was probably driving extremely upset or something and lost control.
Lost control. He was on his way. So that what I read was he was on his way to the crash site and was probably hauling ass.
So this poor little boy right here,
man,
lost both his parents in one day like that. The older people,
it's unbelievable.
I don't believe any parent should have to bury a child, which is heartbreaking by itself. So my heart goes out to these people for sure and this family. That's going to be a lot to get over. And that poor little boy, I mean, he's a cute little boy. He's going to have to, grow up without his parents, both of them. So
don't drive.
It's just.
I mean, I guarantee.
I guarantee he was extremely upset, and that's what happened. What's up, Jeremy?
Well, look at old Box.
He's still alive.
Oh my God, he's still surviving.
Thought he done got lost in Texas.
He updated the profile picture. It looked pretty good, man.
Looks very stoic or something.
He looked debonair.
This next story,
debonair in his damn.
This next story, we're going to talk about some. I don't know. Everybody's wanting to keep all these Democrats want to keep these illegal aliens, these MS-13 gang members, and watch what happens when you. This is what they want to do. In Lancaster.
Wasn't supposed to be here, and two took the life
stabbed the shit out of him.
Of an innocent lady. Was out here trying to get something for nothing.
A group of young men and boys, one of whom is only 13 years old,
piece of shit,
now in a woman's murder tonight. Authorities say 40-year-old Larisha Thompson was found shot to death inside her car in Lancaster County. Today, the sheriff's office shared more information about how this happened and how her death.
You hunt these sumbitches down and kill them.
They caught them all, but they don't kill them.
She's joining us now live from Lancaster County. So, Rachel, what do we know about these 6 people who've been charged?
Well, like you said, the Lancaster County Sheriff's Office has said that those 6 suspects range in age from 13 years old to 21 years old. And authorities have also said that the 17-year-old will be charged as an adult. All of them are facing murder charges and burglary charges. And the Lancaster County Sheriff's Office says that the 2 crimes that you just mentioned.
Where's Al Sharpton? Where's that piece of shit?
On April 30th.
These are illegal immigrants.
I know, but
he don't care about them.
They don't have no money.
No, he don't care about them.
Oh, they don't have no money to pay his ass.
No, it's not a racial thing. That's what.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. They targeting the illegals.
Yeah, it's black on brown.
Were sent to investigate a burglary at the Van Wyck Mark on Rock Hill Highway.
Van Wyck, that's Wick.
On the northwest side of the building that had been forced open, they also discovered a security camera at the location that had been shot.
On May 2nd, 40-year-old Larisha Thompson was found dead in her car on Riverside Road.
Deputies responded and discovered Larisha Thompson was deceased from an apparent gunshot wound.
Sheriff Barry Vail explains that ballistics from both scenes found the same 9mm handgun was used in both crimes. Thursday, law enforcement served a search warrant at 21-year-old Asael Amidadas.
Killed these son of a bitches.
They found the 9mm
we're gonna get banned for this shit.
To the crimes. He was arrested and questioned along with 5 more.
Where's our skinheads that could do this?
6 of these individuals were involved in the burglary.
They all were alive during the real death penalties.
Torres Chirinos, 18-year-old Arden Ramos Adari, 17-year-old Jason Sobaid Pinata Salgado are facing murder, attempted armed robbery, and burglary charges. Torres Chirinos is facing additional firearms charges.
Can you send them to El Salvador?
Suspects are believed to be in the U.S.
No, I think they're going to go to Gitmo, right? Anybody guilty of those crimes?
They going to run them through the charges. Fucking they ought to get these motherfuckers a death penalty.
They ought to. They ought to. But you're gonna have the sickest pieces of shit of this society still protecting these little fucking pieces of shit.
Oh yeah, they'll be hollering. Yeah, they need this, they need that. These motherfuckers. You know what the problem is that lady, that mother, would still be alive today if these piece of shit fucking criminals wasn't here. So if you want to do it, blame it on the Democrat Party, blame it on Biden, blame it on Harris, all them motherfuckers.
I don't
for
know.
letting
Blame
all
it
these
on any
pieces
Democrat.
of
You
shit
can't even
in.
have a conversation with a Democrat.
All these fucking motherfuckers, and then you got all these judges not wanting us to, don't want Trump sending them back. Fuck that. Oh, they need due process. No, they don't. They don't have constitutional rights because they're not supposed to be here.
Due process is for
citizens,
not non-citizens.
That's what the Patriot Act states.
Exactly.
It's bullshit. Like I said, these motherfuckers right here.
Where I go back, how can we have our skinhead, little crazy ass skinheads, break into these facilities?
No, because the skinheads and stuff don't exist. Because
like they fat
used
white
to
people,
no
they can't. They're not.
They just
they
need
ain't fat. The Aryan Nation still exists, but they're few and far between. The ones that used to walk the streets and stab people and shit, dude, they've all been put to death.
The last time they had a raid on these skinheads, they was all worried about a bunch of gays and they jump out of a van. I ain't worried about a bunch of gay society shit. Screw that shit. This is the people you ought to be targeting, not the bunch of gay fuckers running around.
This next one.
Come on.
This next one.
Pick a good cause. This is a good cause.
This next one here is, we got a motherfucker. He will never see the inside of a jail. He'll end up in a mental hospital for the rest of his fucking life on the taxpayers' expense. This one's just fucked up. This guy fucking murdered.
Working for this son bitch.
Murdered an 81-year-old man.
He stabbed our victim 113 times.
Grady Judd, boy.
Damn.
Y'all listen.
Was he high on marijuana?
I love Grady Judd, dude.
113 times.
He stabbed this man 113 times.
How did a coroner count that many? Because some of them have to overlap.
What did he do?
Some of them stab wounds have to overlap. There ain't no way. How does a coroner count that many?
Because you got to figure it. Just count them on the front and count them on the back. Well, no, I assume they were laying down, so they all couldn't have went through.
Some of them had to have overlapped. Some of them had to have been in the exact same spot.
I don't know. They're very well educated, I guess.
81-year-old man stabbed to death as he slept. The sheriff says the suspect was the man's roommate at a group home in Bartow.
Group home. There you go. Another.
This is the piece of shit right here.
Another piece of shit illegal.
I'm Courtney Robinson.
And I'm Emerald Morrow, in for Frank. And just an hour ago, the Polk County Sheriff's Office announced 18-year-old Moses Ojeda is in custody. And they say the stabbing happened Sunday, just 5 hours after Ojeda moved into ET Home Care LLC on Bluebird Avenue. 10 Tampa Bay's Angelicia Bruton is live outside the Sheriff's Office where a news conference just wrapped up. And Angelicia, we just learned more about the identity of the victim in this case.
That's right. Moses Ojeda is accused of killing 81-year-old Patrick Benway. The two both lived in the...
What are you talking about? Did her hair?
Yeah. That look like a club. She could club the fuck out of you with that hair. Sorry.
I bet you she's got I bet you she got a six-pack.
Who cares?
Together. The Polk County Sheriff's Office says Ojeda
I want to know what this
wasn't
dude
even
did to this dude to get stabbed that many times.
Well, if y'all listen, you find out.
I'm fucking waiting, but you keep pausing it.
Because y'all keep talking.
Can you just run through the non-bullshit?
Sheriff Brady Judd says in the middle of the night, Ojeda went into Benway's room and stabbed him 113 times. The sheriff's office says Ojeda does not have a prior criminal record, but he has been Baker Acted 6 times this year.
Now, how was that?
How'd that work out? OPC?
Oh, shit. Is that what that is?
Yeah, basically.
Well,
Florida.
Yeah, when you're signal 20, you're fucking cuckoo. We lock you up for 72 hours.
We call them OP.
We call them OPC here.
Protective custody.
Because the coroner can order an OPC, and you can go to somebody's house and pick them up on an OPC order, and they go to the
mental hospital.
Yeah, well, not the mental hospital. They go to the regular hospital, and they get held on a 72-hour hold.
Yeah, that's all we get because they don't have a state medical facility.
We don't either. We don't either. So what they do is they hold it for 72 hours. They're like, see you.
Then you got crazy muff. Then you got shit like this happen because of crazy
I've
motherfuckers.
stood in courtrooms and seen guys beg judges, beg them, please keep me in jail because this is the only place I get my medicine. They won't do it. And then the judge tells them, they go, I know you're going to go out there and reoffend, but there's nothing under the state law I can do.
Exactly.
And that shit is so sad. So fucking sad.
Exactly.
The people who owned the care facility, you've got to hide the knives. And they did. They put the knives in an undisclosed location, but Moses found them. And within 5 hours of arriving at the facility, stabbed and killed our 81-year-old victim.
The sheriff's office says Ojeda did not have any issues with Benway and that Ojeda claims the voices in his head told him to do this. Ojeda also told the Polk County Sheriff's Office that when he entered into Benway's room, he was sleeping and he woke up during the attack asking, why would you want to do this?
I don't understand why the voices in your head don't say, shoot me, shoot yourself, kill, stab yourself, cut your veins in your neck or some shit. Why is the voices telling you to go kill somebody else? Just tell them to slice your neck and shit.
Well, I had one that time where the lady, you know, killed her daughter, slit her throat with a steak knife, and then she slit her own throat. She just happened to miss her jugular by a centimeter. And
did you give her the knife back and tell her to try again?
When I was holding this woman down with her neck sliced open, blood and shit pouring out all over the place, and her daughter was laying dead on the floor in a big pool of her own blood, and she's looking at somebody that is not there, having a whole conversation with them. So I did what you want. I did what you said do. Now leave me alone. So yeah, she is convicted. She'll spend the rest of her life in a mental hospital. But yeah, so yeah, no, it happens. It happens. But you know,
was she a candidate for Roy's corner?
No.
About the group home that manages this.
If one of them I don't like talking about or thinking about, then I'll probably have dreams about that shit tonight.
The girl on the left is good looking. The girl on the right sucks.
She probably does.
ET Home Care manages this facility along with 3 others in the neighborhood. And the group home told the Polk County Sheriff's Office that they already had plans to call Ojeda's mother to have him picked up just after observing his behavior and take him somewhere else.
She should have took care of old boy Saturday morning. Oh, God dang.
All right.
All right, where we going? Hot nuts.
We got. Well, what time is it?
It's 8:30.
Yeah,
it's fucking 8:30.
Yeah. Well, I have to save them other 2 stories for next time.
Yeah, we got
running over.
It's 8:20.
So anyway,
who's the fucking wannabe rapper that stabbed the 8-year-old?
Yeah.
Because
that dude.
They'd be dead if it was my child and I was standing there. That it would have been over.
That would be me.
So who y'all want? We got 3 for the wannabe rapper.
Yeah.
I mean, who could look down and look at, you know what I mean? Imagine you guys go to Chili's or Applebee's or even Cane's, and some dude going by just stabbed your daughter in the face with a bottle, and you see all that blood over your daughter. If I'm seeing red, red is seeing me, okay? It's no. I couldn't believe it. And he went to jail, and there's no marks on this motherfucker.
So what happens if like you saying you seeing red? So if I threw a used tampon on you and it stuck in your eyeball, that upset you?
I'd
oh my God! You probably going down on somebody on their period. I used to have a friend of mine. Well, he's deceased now. He's
probably because he was doing that.
He did. That son of a bitch would tell me.
Choked on a clot.
That son of a bitch would tell me he loved that shit. I'm like, you belong in one of these mental facilities.
It's cheaper than lube, but you can't be a squirter at the same time.
Oh my God, man! Don't make me throw up.
You know how a ketchup bottle explodes if you fucking squeeze it too tight.
Fucking throw up. Oh my God,
man.
He's fucking great. All right, we're just gonna go with the wannabe rapper.
Yeah, shit.
And his song sucked. Look, y'all go listen to this shit. Give him 14 followers. His rapping is horrible. I don't know why everybody. Why does everybody think they're a rapper? Even stupid white dudes think they're rappers.
I've been a rapper before. I didn't try to capitalize on it.
You're our favorite candy rapper.
I've been a rapper too. At Christmas time, I rap all kind of shit.
Candy
I
rapper.
had to say it.
Candy rapper.
I think they ought to make. I think that what I suggest that they make Skittles and wrappers, so each individual Skittle is in this tight ass fall wrapper.
If they made them a little bit bigger, like the size of a gumball, that would actually be pretty fucking good. Think about that, Freebird. You think you can toss one in?
You are a fucking hot nut, a true fucktard.
No.
Well, you stole my term, man. I say fucktard all the time. Is that where you got that from?
You got it from that song.
No, I didn't. There ain't no way.
I'm gonna show y'all this. These are gonna be the new our new little people for this. I'm gonna make a new crew T-shirt. As soon as I'm done with it, I'll let y'all know it's out. If anybody wants to get one.
Look, I need that on a shirt.
Look, this is the new Freebird cartoon character for the T-shirt.
I need that on a shirt, baby.
Yeah. Now make that go behind Freebird, and then you put Freebird on his chest. Like
no, this is mine.
That looked good behind us.
This one's mine. And now we'll do Holster as last. He loves his.
That's a fucktard right there, boy.
And there's Holsteris.
Yeah.
You know the difference between me and that guy? He's got a cigar.
I got a Patriot cigar for you. I'll send it to you.
Y'all notice he's got a fucking duty belt on too with his Hawaiian shirt.
Tackleberry. Tackleberry.
I mean, I am like that. I do tend to like.
Hey, I like that. That's a nice looking.
You holding a bag of Skittles?
That.
But who?
Fucktard. That's right, man. Kelly. That's one of my most favorite terms that I use endearingly to a lot of truckers.
Yes. And it can cause you to get in a fist fight sometimes. So
I try not to. I try not to reflect.
So anyway,
I do feel bad.
These three will be on the new crew shirt when it comes out. I'm going to try to do either another show either tomorrow night or Friday night. I plan on doing a show just on the sheriff of Orleans Parish. Yeah, because some shit happened up there that I predicted would happen, and it did. So I'm going to do. I'm just going to do a short. I'm going to do a show on that. So it'll probably only be like a half hour, but just pay attention or y'all can catch it. Otherwise, if you want to hear the song, you have to join the Patreon to do it, or you can just buy it for $3 separate. You don't have to join the thing.
I'm gonna do it.
Anyway, stay safe. Watch your back. Watch your partner's back, and remember,
love every one of you.
No sheepdogs, only lions around here.
Hope y'all were entertained at your laughs. If you were offended, fuck off. The crew hopes to see you back next week. Same time, same place, bring a friend to fold. We are the lions, kings of the jungle. We don't take no shit. Were you offended by the podcast? Too much cursing, not PC enough. Well, fuck your feelings.